What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of The Scoop. Now, this past week, we lost President Buhari. No, he didn't die. We just lost him to a trip. Yet another trip. 82 Chibok girls regained freedom, which is a good thing. After 3 years, Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is in the news. Aigbe is back in the news. Stephanie Otobo, BB Nigeria's FA, made the news this week. My name is Sean Adetunji. Let's get into it. Now, when I said lost, I know some of you freaked out. But the president is not dead. It's just that he has had to go on another trip to the United Kingdom for medical checkup. But the different thing this time around is it's an indefinite trip. We don't know when we're getting the president back. While the president was going, according to section 145 of the Constitution, he sent a letter to the Senate and House of Reps. This letter became the source of a huge controversy this week. In the letter, he told the Senate that while he's away, the vice president will coordinate the affairs of the nation. The media took that information and sort of blew it out of proportion, saying that the president has not named the vice president as the acting president, and he has named him as the coordinator of the nation's affairs. A lot of people came out to talk about how they feel about the letter, what they think about that perspective. Some people even said that there's a northern agenda that is trying to stop the vice president from becoming the president if for some reason, God forbid, we lose the president on the medical trip abroad. Different senators came out with different opinions, but the fact still remains that according to the Constitution, as long as the president has sent that letter that he's going on a vacation to the Senate and the House of Reps, he has automatically transferred power to the vice president, and the vice president has automatically become the acting president. So there's no need for fear. One thing very interesting that happened is that while the president was supposed to go on Sunday afternoon, but he went Sunday evening, and that's because of 82 Chibok girls that were going to be released by the Boko Haram sect. These girls have been in captivity for about 3 years, and according to reports, they've been working and negotiating with Boko Haram members to release these girls. They eventually got some success and swapped 5 Boko Haram members with 82 Chibok girls, which is very exciting. Their parents are glad to have them back. Nigeria was supposed to get back 83 Chibok girls, but according to reports, one of the girls said no, she didn't want to come back, and she was happy where she was with the Boko Haram members, and she has a husband, and she's happy that she didn't want to come back. Now, a lot of people must be thinking, what is this? This is ridiculous. But it's actually something called Stockholm Syndrome, where a victim or somebody who has been kidnapped develops some sort of emotional attachment or sympathy for the kidnappers. Now, this lady, I think she got a husband. She was probably married to one of them, and because of that, she felt she was happy and did not want to come back. This is something that should be expected, especially after the kidnapped individuals have been with their captors for so long, as long as 3 years. So nobody can really blame the girl for choosing that path. That's not the only twist that came out of this issue. Right after the trip, Femi Fani-Kayode took to Facebook to say that there is a northern agenda that is trying to stop the vice president. As at the time he wrote the post on Facebook, he said that the entire security team of the vice president has been changed to northerners, and that northern Muslims have been appointed to some key military positions and divisions across the country. The northern elders are moving strategically to ensure that they keep some form of hold on power, just in case the president dies on his medical trip abroad. Not too long ago, after Stephanie Otobo released her song, she came out to say in an interview that she is now a born-again Christian, and that old things have passed away and all things have become new. The problem with that is that the Apostle Suleiman camp didn't take that lightly. They came out to say, you know what, you can't say all these negative things about the cleric and then now all of a sudden say you're born again and everything should just go away and the scandal should just die down, and they're not going to take that. Well, Stephanie Otobo has replied. She replied this week through Festus Keyamo Chambers, saying that nope, all her claims remain valid and she's not letting go just yet. In fact, she has petitioned the court to invite the accused, which is Apostle Suleiman, to submit his passport and phone call records. Okay, they've appealed to the MTN operators to get data on the calls between her and the apostle, appealed to the chairman of UBA to get bank transaction data of her account so that they can verify her claims that the man has been sending her money. I get his passport so that I can know where he has traveled to, and all that and all that. Long and short of the story is she still has one leg in the matter and she's not giving up on it, even though she has become a born-again Christian. She has a $5 million suit filed against Apostle. We don't know who's going to get the money. The Apostle has a $1 billion suit filed against her. But at the end of the day, regardless of who gets the money, I would love to get some share of the money. Aigbe has been going through a lot of trouble lately concerning her marriage, her family. It's pretty much falling apart with claims of domestic violence and all that. And in an exclusive interview she had very recently, a lot of people have been asking her, why did you stay back? If all of these things have been happening to you for so long, why did you decide to stay back? And she said, look, I stayed back because I wanted a home. I love this man. and I did it for the sake of my children and because I'm a role model to a lot of people. Now, a lot of people are not exactly happy about that. Some celebrities have come out to say, especially Julia Ibrahim, who came out to say, you know what, if you're going through trouble, domestic violence, please speak up and try to speak up early. Coco Ice also came in to talk about how an experience of how an ex of hers beat her like a drum, and after that she left the relationship. Peter of the P-Square duo also came out to say that, look, all these men that are beating women are basically baboons. If you want to beat somebody, why don't you try to beat me, Peter of P-Square, or beat Anthony Joshua, or try to beat Floyd Mayweather. The issue now is that her husband is still trying to meet his bail conditions, and according to reports, he's currently in prison. If he does meet the bail condition, we don't know what's going to happen next. But Mercy Aigbe has said that she's not looking to break up her marriage. She just believes that he needs help and she'd like, you know, to get some help to be able to counsel her and her husband and get them through this beating and domestic violence phase. It is important to note that she also claimed 3 weeks after the last beating, she's still coughing blood, which is very serious. And she said she's going to need surgery to fix her eyes. She actually said in an interview that she thought she was going to die from the last beating and she just couldn't take it anymore. That's why she had to move out. In another twist of events, BB Nigeria's Aigbe has said that regardless of what people think about his music, music is what he's going to do. He doesn't care whether or not you like the music, and if he drops a song and you don't like it, better for you to just cover your ears and forget about his music. But he has remained adamant, even though a lot of people have taken to social media to say, yeah, guy, maybe he should just try to do comedy or something. After he performed at AY Live and he released his hot single based on logistics, perhaps it wasn't hot enough to a lot of people. But that said, the man remains determined and hey, he's just going to do his music. That's all that counts. That's all I'm taking on The Scoop this week. Thank you very much for watching. Share this video if you like it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give it a thumbs up. Goodbye.